Hello and welcome to the demo of least connections algorithm. So here we are in the AWS console, and as you can see, two load balancers and three servers are running right now. We will be using these instances of EC2 for our experiment. So firstly, we need to understand what a least connections algorithm works. So let us say that there are 5 servers. Each server will be given a particular weight so that it can be accessed by different users from the front end. Here in our example, we have taken 5 servers. These servers are assigned weights such as 10, 5 or 4, 5 or 4, 3 or 2, and the final one is also 3 or 2. This means that I have assigned a higher weight to one of the servers while I'm going to the medium weight to the second and third server and the least weight to the fourth and fifth server. This means that server 1 is able to serve more requests and server 2 and 3 are able to serve lesser requests and server 4 and 5 are able to serve the least number of requests. So the least connections algorithm finds out which server is able to serve most number of requests and forwards the incoming packets to that server first and then follows the next server in the order of their weights. So an example procedure of how this would work is that we will turn on the necessary EC2 instances. We have covered that part already. And next part is the configuration of the load balancers to point to the backend servers. Here we can observe that the EC2 instances host names are already noted down, in particular to the load balancers as well as the 3 servers. Now we will see the configuration of the Nginx. This is for server 1, and here we can observe that the upstream is being shown as well as the data for the servers is being shown. Here in upstream we give the least connection directive as well as the 3 servers along with their weights. Here I have taken an example of 3 servers which have a weight of 10, 4 and 4 respectively. This means that this first server will be able to serve more when compared to the second and third servers. Similarly, for the second load balancer as well, we have the similar configuration at the Nginx with the different weights given as 10, 4 and 4. Now let's check the demo. Now for the demo, we'll be using something called as a RESTful Stress API. This API provides us different number of iterations for different servers whenever necessary. It will just give an API call to the web servers. So here we have specified the different load balancers as the URL. Here the first URL points to the first load balancer and the second URL points to the second load balancer. And here we will just run a small demo of 500 iterations. Here in the bottom right corner we can see how much is the progress for that particular iteration, and this is our play button. Here we will be giving a delay of 100 milliseconds. So let's start, and here you can observe that the progress is being taken place as well as the instances are being bombarded with different number of requests until it completes 500 requests. We will let it run. In the meantime, we can also observe that here the monitoring is given by CloudWatch, and load balancer 1 and load balancer 2 will have their different CPU utilization as well as all the other parameters that you can observe in the CloudWatch, and these servers will be behaving differently rather than different to the load balancer. This will be having a different kind of metrics, and also the values provided to the backend servers will be different when compared to the load balancers. This is because load balancers are only acting as a middle point between the user and the backend servers. Now we can observe that the 500 iterations have been completed. This is basically the small demo of how least connections works.